Make sure, make sure your microphone is muted and make sure your video is muted as well. So we want to interrupt the session. So as we're waiting for other members to join, I want
Michuano ya Machel na
please make sure you mute your microphone for those who have already joined. Make sure you mute your microphone. All right. Before we go ahead in the session, and as we're waiting for other members to join, I want you to be mentioning any question you have in forex trading, like any single question you have either in forex trading, either in indices or crypto trading or anything you want me to talk about in the session. Mention it in the chat box, and any pair you want me to analyze, like if you want me to analyze at the in between of the session, because we have nearly three contents we're gonna be talking about in the session, and at least three. I'm gonna because I'm considering that we have at least beginners in this session. For those who doesn't know anything about trading, who doesn't know anything about trading, and for those who are already intermediate traders and they want to improve their skills, or else those who are already trading, who are already pro traders. Let me say like that. This session will be like we'll be just I will be assuming everyone in this session, either a beginner, either an intermediate trader, either anything. I will just be considering everyone in this session. So we're gonna be having three session at least. I mean, three topics whereby I'm gonna talk about the introduction to forex trading and market structure in general. So, and I'm gonna cover live market analysis. I'm gonna analyze the market. This session will be mostly more on trading, more on trading and trading and live analysis and live trading. So most of the time, we're gonna be dealing with just analyzing the market, just making sure you are on the point. Please, I'm begging everyone to mute the microphone. Please mute the microphone, please. Make sure you mute your microphone. If possible, can you do a live analysis of gold? Yeah, I'm gonna analyze gold. I'm gonna take a live analysis on gold, so don't worry about that. Yeah, before we go ahead in the session, you can be mentioning anything you want me to talk about in the session. Like so we're gonna cover some important informations which you're gonna need as a trader. Like this session is for improving the skills. Either you are a beginner or either you are an intermediate trader. It doesn't matter. Like this session will be mostly dealing with just improving the skills. Bro can help to know about time frame. All right, I will talk about that. Just mention anything you want me to talk about in the session. Any question. If there is any question, if there is any currency pair you want me to talk about, this session is for you. This is a fully live session, recorded session. After this session you're gonna be like you're gonna access it. Like this will be a full recorded session. Anytime you want to access it, you get it from my Telegram channel. So make sure, make sure, make sure you follow from the starting of the session to the end of the session so that you can get to understand properly the full concept. And in this session, I'm gonna be combining two languages, two general languages, whereby like talk about I'm gonna use Kinyarwanda and I'm gonna use English and Kinyarwanda. for this day, because I do consider some are not comfortable with English that 100%, and some I'm not fluent in Kinyarwanda. So I'm gonna, as this session combines different people, like different uh people from different countries, either East Africa, either in West Africa. So I do consider everyone in this session, depending on the language. So I'm gonna be using English and as well some mixing to some Kenyan for the session to be better. So yeah, someone been asking me questions. So yeah, mention anything you want me to talk about in the session. Mention it in the chat box so that you can go ahead. So if you have before we start over the session, this is the time for you. Anything, any doubt you have or any complication you have in trading, mention it in the chat box so before we start the session. Anything, if you have something you want me to talk about, like if you have any complication, like either you are facing some challenges in your trading, either if you to say trading supply and demand, either to say like this and this, how do you set a take profit? How do you analyze the charts? Mention it in the chat box. So during the session, I will be answering the session, I will be answering the questions you have asked. Before we start the session, mention anything you want me to talk about in the session in the chat box. I'll be waiting for it. Best time frame for scalp. All right. Yeah, mention what you have been facing or challenges you have been facing. In this session, I'm gonna, I'm gonna talk about it. Also, can you tell us what is a good time to trade? All right, trading sessions. I get your point. Before we start the session, mention the questions. Tell us members who they will visit for the females. All right, I will tell you. I will tell you that. Then the winner is already there. The winner. I've already seen the winner. Kevin Eruri in the market analysis. This is the session for it. The session for the market analysis. Don't miss it. Great things. All right. More about indices. All right. Yeah, as well the chart you can see will be already uh I'm gonna be mixing the indices. I'm gonna talk about and I'm gonna be analyzing either indices and as well on forex pairs. So it's gonna be all on that. As of now, I'm in a trade. I'm in one trade in indices. As you can see, this is volatility 25 1S. That's volatility 25 1S. So this is the trade I took currently. The questions are done. Hello, can you show us how Fibonacci retracement work? Okay, more have been asking me about Fibonacci retracement. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it. Any other question? Mention the questions before we start over with the session. The question or challenges or the pair you want me to analyze as well. pairs you want me to analyze, either which pair you want me to analyze for you, and which challenges have you been facing. So we talk about it in the session. Any other question? Tell us about niki umuntu akwiye kwitondera kuri derivative market. Yeah, also someone just asked like what should you be careful about when it comes to derivative market, like when it comes to volatility indices, when it comes to trading synthetic indices, what's that you should be careful about when it comes to derivative market? Derivative market, he simply meant he was meaning volatility indices. And so tell us about what volatility actually means and what is the pros and cons of it. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. Any other challenge before we start the session? Any other challenge before we start the session? Any challenge you're facing in the market, so I know what to talk about it in the session. Tell us more about EMS, all right? Okay. Ku muntu mushya ko numva ku muntu mushya ko mva twatakaye nihe umuntu yahera. Or someone just asked for the new members, for the some of the new members are already lost due to maybe I'm talking about advanced skills or advanced. I'm just considering advanced members who already know terms and what we normally do in the market. So where would they start from? So for before we start the session, this session I'm gonna firstly consider everyone, like to say either you are a starter or either you are an intermediate. I'm gonna just arrange it in a way we first understand what is trading, and then from there we're gonna just dive in when all of us are on the same we are uh on the same level, like on the same understanding, on the same like so that we can if I just be talking about something, you know the meaning. If I'm just talking about let's analyze, what is EMA, things that you will be getting the point. And how to use time frame both for swing or scalper for volatility. All right, we're gonna talk about that also. So now let's start the session. For those who haven't yet mentioned the challenges or what they want me to talk about, you're gonna talk about, like, you're gonna mention it in the chat box. I'm gonna see, I will say someone raised their hands. So yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna answer your question. Uh, let's first, start the session. Then I will talk about the questions afterwards. So let's dive in. Make sure you mute your microphone and make sure you mute your videos. This session will be recorded, so you won't interrupt others, something like that. So let's dive on the studying board. Translate trading hours to Rwandan time. Yeah, all right. I will do that. I will do that. So now, I hope you all can see my screen properly. I hope you all can see my screen and I hope you can hear my voice. Ndakeka buri umwe uri muri ino session ushobora kunyumva neza, video yanjye ushobora kuyibona neza, amajwi yanjye arumvikana nta kibazo. Let me make sure about that. I hope you can see my screen properly. I hope you can hear my voice properly. If you can't hear me properly, if you can't see my screen properly, let me know before the session. All right, all right, all right, all right. If there will be any interruption, like if my voice will be low or something like that, you can't see my screen properly, make sure you notify me so that I can make it proper for you. All right, so let's start the session. Let's just start the session from here. And all right. So now this is my live trading. You're welcome in my live trading. And before we start over, we want firstly to understand what is trading, what is the general introduction about trading. What do we do in trading? What do we how do we consider, like, what do you need for you to be called or to call yourself a forex trader in general? So in general, forex trading, or it's maybe you might have heard this word before, or maybe you might have. I'm gonna consider for even those one who are hearing forex trading for the first time. Maybe they don't know their meaning, or maybe they don't know anything about forex trading. Forex trading, like forex in general, the word forex, I'm gonna take about maybe less than. I'm gonna take less than 5 minutes for me to demonstrate everything regarding the introduction, so that we can go ahead with the session. So in general, forex in general, this you can see there is two words in this. Like this is just an abbreviation to mean foreign. Then we'll find this one to mean foreign exchange. Forex, this is an abbreviation, just a word which is like an abbreviation to mean foreign exchange. You can hear for a word foreign and you can hear a word exchange. So if you hear about this, you just hear foreign, you just talk about maybe you just hear countries, or you just hear countries. Let me say just countries, or if you talk about exchange, you're gonna hear just exchange of one thing into another. If it's to say that you want just to exchange uh something into another, because we are traders, we're already trading, so we want to exchange one currency into another. Like we want to exchange one country's economy into another. Get my point? Like forex exchange in general, or foreign exchange. This is just the art of just exchanging one currencies or one country's economy into another, with purpose of making money. You just had purpose of just making money, to mean with a purpose of making profits for it. Get my point? So forex market, or forex exchange, this is the market whereby the traders, or different, either retail traders, either different institution, they just come with just a purpose of exchanging, or just with a purpose of taking advantage of one country's economy into another country's economy. Just because there will be there will be no way one country's economy will just be on the same value with another country's economy. If you would say we have Rwandan francs and we have USD in general, like there will be no way Rwandan francs will be on the same value with USD. So since we already know that at a certain period of time, Rwandan francs will be having, like, will be rising value, or will be increasing value over US dollar, to mean maybe US dollar at a certain period of time will be decreasing value, and Rwandan francs will be improving in value, like to mean Rwandan francs will be appreciating, US dollar will be depreciating. Or either at a certain period of time, Rwandan francs will be depreciating, or US dollar will be appreciating, to mean US dollar will be having high value, we'll be gaining value over Rwandan francs. To mean, as forex traders, we do analyze the difference or the change in values between these two countries' economy, so that we can take advantage of it for us to make money with it, like with the purpose of us making money. If we want to just make money from just two countries' economy, which is forex exchange, foreign exchange, we want just to exchange one country's economy, which is symbolized by a currency, one country's economy, which is one country's currency, into another. We just have purpose of making money. So what do we do in forex trading? As forex trader, in short, we just want to take advantage on one currency, either gaining value or either losing value over another, for us to take advantage with it to make money from it. Just that difference between the value of one country's economy and another country's economy, that's where we just make money from. Like, we want just to take advantage. We want to just stay in between these two countries' economy, just for us to be exchanging with a purpose of making money. We want just to compare the values between one country's economy and another country's economy with the purpose of making money. If US dollar is gaining value over Rwandan francs, we want to buy US dollar and sell Rwandan francs. You get my point? Or either if US dollar is losing value over Rwandan francs, to mean we are buying Rwandan francs, we are selling US dollar. For example, we are having maybe Rwandan francs, and let me say we're having Rwandan francs at a certain period of time, and Rwandan francs is losing value over US dollar, or is losing value over any other currency we want to. Maybe, let me say, euros, or either kwacha, or either Tanzanian shillings, either INR, Indian rupees, anything related to that, just currency. In general, we just want to take advantage of one country's economy with into the correlation of another country's economy with purpose of making money. The difference in these values, that's where we make money from. The good thing about forex trading, what we aim for, we just need to predict the direction of one country's economy. The direction of one country's economy is to mean we want to analyze and find out if Rwandan francs will gain value over US dollar, and then from there we'll just buy Rwandan francs and sell US dollar. You get my point? Or either at a certain period of time, if Rwandan US dollar is gaining value over Rwandan francs, we will buy US dollar and sell Rwandan francs. You get my point? So now, how do we make money in the forex market? The way we make money in the forex market, we just have two options. We have two options. We can predict if the market is gonna go up or either go down. To mean, in the real forex market, we all know that you make money either if you try to go and if you want to just go in a bank, or either to deposit your money anywhere else, or to invest out your money anywhere else, you will make money if that money will gain value. You get my point? If that money you have invested will gain value. Kugira ngo ukorere amafaranga, cyangwa kugira ngo amafaranga, agaciro k'amafaranga kawe kiyongere, nuko at a certain, like, niba wagiye muri banki wagiye kubitsa amafaranga yawe, aziyongera agaciro ari uko cyangwa se uzagira inyungu ari uko yongera agaciro. You will benefit, or you will get profits when that money have gained value, which is different from forex trading. We either make money if that money you have invested have either gain value or either loss value. To mean, we just have an option of predicting if the market is gonna go up or the market is gonna go down. Like, we have two options of making money. For us, we can just make money if your currency have gained value over another currency, or your currency have lost value over another currency. To mean, we have one task to just predict the right direction of the market. So if we predict that the market is gonna go up and it goes up, that's how we make money. If we predict that the market is gonna go up and it goes down, you lose money. That's how you lose money. As well, if you predict that the market is gonna go up, go down, and it goes down, that's how you make money. If you predict that the market is gonna go down and it goes up, that's how you lose money. To mean, in short, as forex traders, what we need to do is just to predict the direction of the market, to just be in the right, or to just be in the exact, like, we need just to predict the exact direction of the market. If we have predicted that the market is gonna go up, it have to go up. If we have predicted that the market is gonna go down, it have to go down. So now you can ask yourself, what do we need for us to know? What do we now consider, or what do we look after for us to know that the market is gonna go up or it's gonna go down? You get my point? Like now, what do we, or how do we know that the market is gonna go up? How do we know that the market is gonna go down? That's what now we're gonna talk about. Like in general, after now, I guess for those who didn't know anything about trading, like who didn't know how do we make money in trading, or what is the general introduction about trading, this is what we talked about right here. You can see, right? This is just the introduction, or the general introduction of forex trading, how we make money, what we aim for, or what we as traders, what we do. You get my point? Like we have seen that it's just forex trading. This is the exchange of one country's currency into another. Just comparison between one value of one country into another. We just need to consider and say either this market or this currency will gain value over another currency. So from there we will buy it and sell the other one which is losing value. To mean we have options of one currency which is gaining value and another currency which is losing value. We want to take advantage on that one which is gaining value and buy it. As well, we want to also take advantage on that one which is losing value and sell it. That's how we come with an option in forex trading. We either buy or sell. You get my point? We either buy or sell. Is it clear? Is it clear right now? From here where we are, is it clear? We either have options of buy or sell. It's clear, right? Buy or sell. So now we want to know, how do we know that we're gonna buy or we're gonna sell? How will we know that we're gonna? I just had to cut it into short because like the introduction on forex trading in general, you need full details like for you to enter what is candlesticks, what is everything related to introduction. I just had to cut it out because this is a session for live trading and analyzing, so that I'm considering this one who doesn't know anything, so that once we be analyzing, I will be just talking about things you will be getting where it's coming from. Again, my otherwise, if you want to learn more or if you want to go into details about the introduction about trading, you can this is when you just need to join my academy and start training from there. Get my point? Either there is availability of online classes and as well physical classes will also be opening doors in Kigali. Right now, for those who are in Uganda, there is availability of an offline class, a physical class. Get my point? So now how will we know that now we're gonna buy or sell? To mean, how will we know that the market is gonna go up or the market is gonna go down? In the market, this is when we come to ask ourselves the direction of the market. Just market direction, or just market movement. This is when we come with an idea of market structure. To mean market structure, we have, as we have already know that we've seen that we have two directions in the market. We have either up or down. To mean we have an option of buying or selling the market. So we have to now to ask ourselves how we know that we are gonna buy. How will we know that we are gonna sell? This is when we come with skills of us uh asking ourselves like now, what is the market direction, what is the market movement in general, how does the market moves, what does how will we know that the market is going to buy, or how do we know that the market is going to sell? So this is when we come with two market movement, or do we have two market direction or two market movements. We do have an uptrend where the market is going up, and we do have a downtrend where the market is going down. Get my point? To mean this one will come with that option of us determining if we're gonna buy or sell. If the market, we're gonna predict if the market is gonna go up or the market is gonna go down. To mean if we are in uptrend, the market is going up. To mean we are considering buys. We are buying the market. And if we are in downtrend, to mean we are selling. Like the market is going down, to mean we are selling the market. And what does it mean if we're in an uptrend? What does it mean if we're in a downtrend? Or if we're taking buys or if we're taking sells, what does it mean in general? We have already seen that forex trading, this is exchange of one currency, one country's currency into another. To mean if we have Rwandan francs and the US dollar, to mean uh, we have an option of buying or selling. If now we are buying, what does it mean? If we are buying, to mean we are in an uptrend. You get my point? So if we're in an uptrend, what does it mean on a currency pair? Which is what we trade. We do trade in trading, we do trade currency pairs, which is forex, one country's economy into another country's economy. So the correlation of this both countries' economy, which is currencies, that's what we call currency pair. And currency pairs, that's what we trade in the market. We do trade what? We do trade currency pairs in forex trading. We do trade currency pairs in forex trading. So what does it mean if we are going in a buy on a currency pair? What does it mean if we're going in a sell in currency pair? We have two parts of a currency pair. We do have a base currency, and we do have a quote currency. We do have base currency and we do have a quote currency. So if we are in buys or if we are predicting that the market is going up, to mean we are buying that base currency. There is a reason why this is called base currency. This is what we base on to predict or to know the direction of the market. If our base currency is gaining value, to mean we are buying the market. If this our base currency in general, if we already know have the news, maybe like Rwanda TV or any kind BBC or whatever they are talking about the news which is gonna improve or which is gonna create appreciation in Rwandan francs. To mean Rwandan francs is gonna gain value. To mean in this currency pair, which is Rwandan francs as our base currency and US dollar as our quote currency. To mean we have Rwandan francs gaining value, so to mean this whole currency pair will be buying because of what? To be buying because our Rwandan francs is gaining value. So we will be buying Rwandan francs, selling US dollar. That's the meaning of buy. Just if we are in an uptrend, to simply mean that my base currency is gaining value over my quote currency. Anytime if someone asks you, I know most of you guys maybe you might be traders, yes, you might be trading, but once I ask you why are you buying? What's the meaning of you buying? If you're buying the market, remember you're playing or you are in between these two countries pairs, countries economy. If it's Rwandan francs and USD, to mean you have Rwandan francs and US dollar. If you're buying the market, to simply mean Rwandan francs, if it's your base currency, is the one which is gaining value. To mean you are buying the market because your base currency is gaining value over your quote currency. To mean your base currency is gaining value over your quote currency. To mean your quote currency is losing value. To mean US dollar here was losing value over Rwandan francs. Get my point? So from here, you're buying the market. So what would it mean if you're now selling the market? If you're selling the market, this is to simply mean in your currency pair, in your currency pair, Rwandan francs, which is our base currency, is losing value over quote currency. To mean our quote currency is now gaining value, our base currency is now losing value. To mean we are selling the market. Now, which is different also if we now have US dollar, Rwandan francs. To me now US dollar have become our base currency and then Rwandan francs have become our quote currency. Get my point? So if we have now base currency, if we are buying this market, if we are buying this currency pair, to mean US dollar is gaining value over Rwandan francs. To mean US dollar is appreciating. In forex terms, we call it appreciation, and Rwandan francs is depreciating. You get my point? You need to understand once there's you losing money from the market because you don't understand fundamentally what is the meaning of you buying the market and what is the meaning of you selling the market. Because in general, this in forex trading, this is just something which does the machine or the laptop or AI does itself and then we act on it. No, this is just we are just analyzing what is going on in what currency in form of chart. We're just analyzing uh like graphical representation of world economies. That's the meaning of charts, forex charts. We see it as lines. You just see lines like candlesticks up and down, right? This is just a graphical representation of world economy in form of charts. If we just go in the chart and see what is USD or Rwandan francs in our charts, we just see maybe it's 1 point something, right? If you go on Google and search it, that's the same value you see on Google. But on Google, they won't show you charts. So for us, we are like advanced analysts of world economy because of what we can access the past data, which are charts, past data, things which have happened in the past, and try to predict the future and try to predict and see will the market go up or will the market go down? That's our task. Get my point? So right now, as we are here, we now know what is forex trading, what is the general, what do we do in the forex market. Now we are on the session whereby now how do we know like what does it mean if the market is going up? What does it mean if the market is going down? Which is uptrend, which is downtrend. If we are going a buy to mean we are buying base currency is gaining value over quote currency. If you are selling, base currency is losing value over quote currency. Now we are on the level now to understand now uh how will we now know that the market is gonna go up? How will we know that the market is gonna go down? This is where now we are diving it and understand what is market structure. Market structure or price action. Let me just say price action. Get my point? I'm just summarizing in general so that you can get to understand it in short period of time. With in through this short period of time, you will get to understand the full concept of trading in just a short period of time. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna talk about important things you need to know. Important things you need to know. To mean just you attending this session, it can be enough for you to start trading. This session will be recorded. Either you can watch it or watch it again and again. You can get to without you even joining my academy, for example. It can take you time, but if you want to now to improve your skills or to just like to minimize your running duration, this is when you need to join my academy to access it briefly. Get my point? So now we're gonna now talk about the market structure and price action to know to mean we want to know or we want to predict either how will we know that the market is going to go up, how will we know that the market is going to go down. In forex trading we have two directions, we have uptrend, we have downtrend. To mean when we are in an uptrend, what is the market structure in an uptrend, or how do we know the market structure in an uptrend? If you can see properly, you can see that the market is just going up. Just from technically, just from you watching this, you can see that the market is going up, right? What will tell you that the market is going up? You will see that the market is breaking these points. The market is targeting to break these points, to break these points, to break these points, to break these points, right? Through the market structure in an uptrend, the market is always in an uptrend, the market is always targeting what we call higher highs, the highest point in the market. This is what we call higher highs. The market is targeting higher highs. So in an uptrend in general, you can see we have this highest point in the market, and we do also have this lowest point in the market. This is what we call higher lows. Higher lows. Get my point? So in an uptrend, the market is always targeting higher highs. So for you to know that the market is going up or down, this is now you need to know or you need to just make sure you know what is the market structure present in the market. So the market structure or the price action which is present in this market is like to say the market is targeting the higher highs. The market is pushing to the upside. Yes, we can see it. But for us to know the direction or where the market is heading to, the market is targeting higher highs. The market is targeting these higher highs in the market. We have highest point in an uptrend and we have lowest point in downtrend in an uptrend. So the lowest point in an uptrend, this is what we call higher lows. HL. Higher lows. You get my point? So To go to go fast now, let me ask you one thing right here. Let me ask you one thing right here. You can see that since you already know that the market is heading to the upside, let me just ask you, like for example, do you think the market is gonna go up or the market is gonna go down from here? Just just one simple question. Do you think the market is gonna go up? Or let me just say it in this way. Do you think the market is gonna target A or the market is gonna target B? Where do you think the market is gonna go? A or B? Just answer. It's just a small question so that in time we're gonna be analyzing, you will be getting it how we are analyzing or how we are targeting the market. In just simple as that. Do you think the market is gonna target A or the market is gonna target B? Let me know. A or B? A or B? Up. Someone say up. All right. So A. Anyone with B? Anyone who is thinking about B? Anyone else? A? Anyone else? Anyone else? A? Do you think the market is targeting A or the market is targeting B? Someone said B. It's all right. Do you think the market is targeting A or B? A. All right. A. All right. Anyone else? A. A. All right. A. So the majority have chose A to mean I'm not going with the majority, but at least I'm going with the truth. Like I'm going with the market structure. So to mean, uh, like to mean the market is targeting A because from the market structure, you can see that from the market structure, the market is targeting highest point. From the past data, because as forex traders, we do try to analyze from the past data. Like we can access if we go on Google, like if you go on Google, if you search the price of Rwandan francs in US dollar, like you will be able to you will be able to access just numbers. It's just 100 something like that, right? But you won't access to know what was the price 1 month ago, what was the price 2 weeks ago for you to know the future. But as traders, we will have to access the past data, things which have happened before for us to predict the future. So if we already know that what happened in the past, the market have been breaking the higher highs to mean the market is in an uptrend. So if the market is targeting these points, if the market is targeting this point, to simply mean that the market is also targeting this point. So to simply mean that the market is going up, the market is buying. As a reminder, if the market is buying, to simply mean the base currency, because we do trade currency pairs, right? The base currency is gaining value over the quote currency. Get my point? If we have Rwandan francs and US dollar, if we are buying the market, to mean this first currency, which is the base currency, is gaining value over the US dollar. Get my point? You need to be retail traders. To mean if you're entering in a buy, you need to understand the reason why you are buying. If you're entering in a sell, you need to understand the reason why you're entering in a sell, not just to buy or sell the market. The reason why you always need to do what you understand is because for you to make money, in the forex industry, this is when you also need to understand the full concept of it. If you're buying in the market, what does it mean? If you're selling in the market, what does it mean? You get my point? In short, we are rushing. Now, we have already understood how the market is, how we make money in an uptrend. We just need to predict and see what was the past data and where is the market heading to. So we have already covered uptrend. So now we have another direction. We do have uptrend and downtrend. We do have uptrend and downtrend. So now downtrend, if you can see, technically, this is looking like something else. Technically, this market is heading to the downside. Just even a kid can see that the market is heading to the downside, right? So now what does it mean like in general? Downtrend, for you to know what is a downtrend, you can see these levels, the market have not been breaking these levels as in an uptrend, but the market have now targeted these lowest points, The lowest point. The market have targeted the lowest point in the market. To mean for you to predict the next movement of the market could just be targeting the lowest points in the market. If you're entering in the market, you will be targeting the lowest points in the market. Because of what? We are in a downtrend to mean the market is targeting lower lows. Lower to mean the market is targeting lower lows. These are lower lows. Lower lows. Lowest points in the market. In a downtrend market. And then these ones, these are higher highs. Just higher. These are higher highs. Mm-hmm. Lower highs. Sorry. Sorry about that. Higher high. This is what we call lower highs. Get my point? This is what we call lower highs. Like the highest point in the downtrend market. That's what we call lower highs. So now, as a simple question, you need to just let me know where is the market targeting. Like for example, if the market is moving to the downside, let me just say like this. Do you think the market is targeting A or the market is targeting B? What do you think the market is doing right now? Let me know. What do you think the market is doing? Do you think the market is targeting A or the market is targeting B? What do you think? All right, all right, all right. Anyone else? All right, all right, all right. B. Anyone who is thinking of A? All right, all right. Anyone else? Anyone else? Sezerano. What do you think? Urashaka market igiye guta like kuko ibiba muri market buri gihe iba ifite aho iri kwerekeza. The market is always having a direction. Either you are a trader, either you are a beginner, you need to always know that in real life, you always know that if you don't have a target, you won't be having, like, you won't feel motivated to work on something. The same thing in the market, you should always look for where the market is heading to. You should always look for where the market is targeting. You can see that the market is, when I already know where the market is targeting, I already know where my trade will be heading. Like, because if I do have an option of buying or selling, to simply mean that, uh, to simply mean that I can, I should have to know if I have to buy or sell. I should have to know where the market is heading to. So from this market movement, the market is targeting B. The market is targeting B because I have now to access the past data so that I will know what is coming in the future. So from the past data, because what you have to do is first, just once you see something like that, you just have to come back through the charts and see what is the market, what have the market been doing, so what is the next movement. So from the market structure, the market have been targeting lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and this is my lower low. So if the market is right here, to simply mean is targeting the lower lows. So to mean I will be selling the market. You get my point? I will be selling the market. I will be targeting the market is in a downtrend. So to mean I will be selling the market because of what? The market is targeting lower lows. So I'll be selling the market. And what is the meaning of you selling the market? The meaning of selling the market, this is to simply mean that uh, the base currency now, which is if we have Rwandan francs and USD, the base currency is losing value over the code currency. To mean the code currency is gaining value, the base currency is losing value. Simply, if we had USD, Rwandan francs, to simply mean that our USD was losing value and Rwandan francs gaining value. If this was our currency pair and we are selling it, that would be the general meaning of you selling the market. So now we want to know, since we already know that we can now predict the market, either the market is going up or either the market is going down. Now let's try to analyze from here. Let's just try to analyze from here, just from here. I'll just create a chart and tell me where the market is heading to. You get my point? Just you need to be informed before you enter in the market. You need to have to be informed. You need to always know when to predict the market, when to know where the market is targeting. You get my point? So since we already know that we can predict if we are going to buy the market, or we can predict if we are going to sell the market. So there is a certain period of time now where the market will be buying. How will we know that now the market is gonna start selling when it was buying? Since I already know that the market is targeting to the upside, because the market is breaking the highest point, there is a certain period of time now the market will fail to target the highest point and now target the lowest point. To mean it have started selling. To me, there was what we call a change of character. You get my point? A change of character. So from here, now the market have failed to target the highest point. Now it's targeting the lowest point. You can see right. Now the market is targeting the lowest point. It was in an uptrend. Now there have been a change of character. It's heading to the downside. To me, it was in an uptrend. Now it's changing to downtrend. That's what we call change of character. It was uptrend and downtrend. You get me? Now it have changed downtrend. There is a certain period because there is no possibility where the market will just keep going to the upside. There is a certain period of time the market is gonna go up, and there is a certain period of time that the market is gonna go down. To mean at a certain period of time, there no way the market just keep going like this. The market will either go up or go down. So now our task is to know when we know that an uptrend is done, we're gonna enter in a downtrend. This is when there will be a change of character. So now to practice the change of character, I want just to draw something here and tell me if the market is targeting to the upside or the market is targeting to the downside. For example, for example, do you think the market is targeting A or the market is targeting B? What do you think? From this, just try to analyze. I just want a beginner, someone who joined this session without knowing anything. Repeat again how to sell the market or buying the market based on pairs of currency. I wanted to mean, let me just know first, where do you think the market is heading? Do you think the market is heading to B or the market is heading to A? I want someone who didn't know anything about trading in this session, because we took a small period of time and I made sure I explained in a short period of time. So I want that person who didn't know anything about trading in this session to answer me right here. If you can if you can raise your hand and unmute, I want that person who joined this session and didn't know anything about trading. Anyone? You can raise your hand, then I will unmute you, then you can manishimwe. Alright. Yeah, you can unmute. You can manishimwe jedeo. Manishimwe jedeo. You can unmute and tell me. Muhire manishimwe jedeo. You can unmute your microphone and tell me.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can even speak in Kinyarwanda. It's okay, it's fine. Any language you are comfortable with. Nta kibazo. Either wakoresha Kinyarwanda
Yeah.
cyangwa Icyongereza nta kibazo.
Okay. Njye ndatekereza ko nk'uko wari umaze kutubwira,
Mhm.
ndatekereza market izakomeza ikajya kuri B kuko ntabwo twari twajya kuri ya change of character.
Change of
Ndatekereza
character.
izakomeza igahita izamuka kuri B.
Okay. Mbere yuko winjira muri ino session, hari ikintu na kimwe wari usanzwe uzi trading cyangwa hari ikintu wari usanzwe uyiziho? Niyo kaba gake.
Niyize nigeze kwigaho bikeya ariko birangira mbiretse
Okay,
ariko ubu ubwo nabigarutsemo kabisa.
okay, okay. Noneho I want ndi gushaka wa muntu noneho utaruzi ikintu na kimwe. Like nshaka kumenya niba if it was a better concept for everyone to understand. While muted
Okay, ntaribi ntaribi.
while muting nta kibazo. I want that person who didn't know anything about trading to answer me if it's B or A from here. Muhire Etienne. You can unmute your microphone and tell me. Okay, for those who wasn't getting what he was talking about, like he just tried to mention to say, I think the market is gonna target to B because it haven't made that change of character to notify that the market is have ended the uptrend to enter in downtrend. And then I had to ask him to say, like, did you know anything about trading either before or like you just rent it from this session? He said you just had to rent it way back, but now he's back through it. So I just want that person who didn't know anything about trading to answer me on this and tell me what he thinks about it, so we will know if this session is helpful or not. I want that person who didn't know anything about the session, about trading, I mean. Muhire Etienne, you can unmute your session, it's fine. After this, we're gonna enter in the chat and start analyzing. So make sure you prepare your charts as well. Muhire Etienne, you can unmute. Wafungura microphone yawe tukavugana ukambwira. Muhire Etienne, Muhire Etienne, are you there? Muhire Etienne. All right. Maybe he didn't. He's maybe I don't know. He will tell me after. It's fine. So now, from the market structure we have right here, to simply mean that the market is targeting to B. The market is targeting to B because the market it haven't yet created a change of character. To me, it haven't yet created a change of character for it to target to A. From the past data, the market have been targeting higher highs. So to simply mean that the market is gonna target to B, to mean we have buys. We're entering in what? We're entering in buys. For that who asked me regarding how do you predict the market depending on the currency pair, we have buys to mean if we are buying, to mean the base currency, if we have Rwandan francs and USD, if we are buying to mean the base currency is gaining value, then quote currency is losing value. So if we are selling to mean the base currency is losing value, the quote currency is gaining value. Note it down. Note down these things, they are important when it comes to you analyzing the market. If we are entering in a buy, this was to simply mean that our base currency is gaining value, our quote currency is losing value. You get my point? All right, so let's go ahead. So to simply mean the market is heading to B, we have buys, we have an uptrend right here. All right, let's go ahead. So now, uh, let me now see from here. Do you think? Mm-hmm. All right. Do you think the market is targeting A or the market is targeting B? This is critical. Be careful on this. Do you think the market is targeting A or the market is targeting B? Now I'm going to see A, B, A, B, A, B. What do you think right here? Do you think the market is targeting A or B? All right. Try. Do you think the market is targeting A or B? Try and tell me. A or B? Then I want one member either to unmute and let me know why do you think it's A. Anyone who can raise the hand and tell me why do you think it's A? Manshimwe Shaka Derek. Alright, Shaka, you can unmute your microphone. Shaka,
Mhm.
you can you can hear me? Ulikuwa unyumva- You can use
Mhm.
Kinyarwanda or English. It's okay. I will translate for that.
Yego,
Mm.
impamvu market igomba kuzajya kuri B,
Mhm. Ni kuri B kuri A wahisemo
muri uko mwumva
wahisemo A wahisemo B. You chose A or B. Turi kukumva nta kibazo.
impamvu market izajya kuri B
Kuri B.
ni uko market ni ukubera ko market yari yahitinze website then further downside ikaba izaza ihetinga kuri A
Your
niko ndi
voice.
kubyumva.
All right, all right, all right. Your voice was, but all right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's also hear others, like anyone more. You can mute your microphone and thank you so much for that. Let's hear others also opinions. Anyone else? Anyone else? And two more have raised their hand. Who else? Let me see. Muhire. Let me see. Aisha Kie Sharom. Aisha Kie Sharom. You can unmute and tell me. Aisha Kie Aisha Kie Shalom. You can unmute and tell me.
Mhm.
Shalom.
Yego.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Wambire.
njyewe ndi mushya uyu munsi natangiye uyu munsi
All right.
ariko impamvu ko nemeza ko iri bujye kuri A
Mm-hmm.
ntabwo yabashije guhitinga position yaherukaga ya haya
Perfect. Mm-hmm.
urumva igiye guhindura direction ikajya kuri A
A. All right.
igatangira
Perfect.
guhitinga
All
low
right.
high
All
nuko
right. All right.
nabikekaga.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Perfect. This Aisha Kie Shalom. He was new to this session. He just started today, and he just tried himself to predict the market. He was telling me that the reason why he chose that the market is gonna go to A is because from the previous data, the market didn't manage to break because the market have been breaking these levels, the market have been breaking this level, the market didn't manage to also break this level. It have failed to break this level. To mean, and as well, he have said it to the level here, the market didn't manage to break this level. So to simply mean the market is gonna target this level. That's true. And as well, I want another person, one single person to tell me there is one thing left. There's one more thing left, and this is amazing. He just joined today, and he was able to answer me in such a way. That's great. That's great. One more. Anyone else? Uh, Shaka Derek, I guess. You want to manage the who else? All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Like from the market structure, the market is have already broken the structure. Market have already like break of character. The market have broke the character. The market have broke the character right here because it have failed to target this level, but now it have targeted the lowest point. To simply mean that the market is now targeting the the market is targeting the lower lows. You can see now the market is gonna target A because the market have started breaking the lowest point. So the market is gonna keep pushing to the downside. So one more thing, one more, then we dive in the charts. One more. Now we have where do you think the market is heading? Do you think the market is targeting C or the market is targeting B? What do you think? Someone to tell me? Someone to tell me? Do you think the market is targeting B or C? Do you think the market is targeting B? The market is targeting C? Anyone else? B or C? Do you think the market is targeting B? The market is targeting C? Perfect. Let's go ahead. The market is targeting C because the market is targeting C because it have been breaking the lowest point, the lowest point, but now see from here it have broken the highest point. To mean it have made what? Change of character. So if it have made change of character, it's now gonna be start to target the highest point. The highest point. You can see it, right? You get it? Change of character. It have failed to break the lowest point, it have now started to target the highest point. So now I guess this is the general introduction and the general understanding of the forex market. We are now able to we can know where the market is heading to. We now know what is forex. We now know what we trade. We now know what is the understand. How do we know that the market is buying? How do we know that the market is selling? What does it mean? What do we trade? And how do we predict the market? How do we know that the market is gonna go up? How do we know that the market is gonna go down? To mean we have joined those who are already like we have considered those who was already who didn't know anything about trading and those who already know something about trading. Now we want just now to dive in the chat and now get to understand what we do in the forex market. How do we analyze the market? How do we analyze the market? You get me? So now see from my charts, from what we are coming from talking about, you can see, like for example, let me just, you can see what we came to talk about. You can see this line, this black line I just drew from here. This black line, you can see it, right? You can see this black line. To me, I was following the trend. I was just following the trend. The market was just pushing to the downside, breaking the lowest point. Breaking the lowest point. Now it have failed to break the lowest point. It have broke the highest point. To me, it's gonna go up. This is me to say to sell the market. To me, because you can see that I have bought the market. I bought the market because it have failed to break this lowest point. Now it's targeting the highest points. And you can see from here, I had target 1, target 2, target 3. You get me? Because the market, I was praying that the market is going to target this level, and as well target this level. You get it? From you get this is what we are coming from doing. This is how we trade. This is how we trade. The market failed to break the lowest point. Now we are gonna it broke the highest point. Now we are gonna target the highest point. You get me? This is how we do analyze the market and know if we are gonna buy or sell. So now since we already know that we know how to take buys, we know how to take trades, you will see these are for this is volatility indices. You can see from here it broke. I did enter the market because there was no what we call retest. Just had to confirm what I call retest, and then I enter in the market. So now, you can this is volatility indices. You will find most of my trades. That's what I depend on. I do always have a target. As you can see, the market broke and then came and retest. I would have entered, but I didn't take this trade. Let me see this one also. The same things, right? That's how I trade. That's how I trade. The market failed to break these highest points. Then it broke the highest points from here. It broke and retested. I entered in the market. It's simple. I had the target. It broke in here. It just broke in here and came. It retested here. And then this was my target. As simple as that. You can see, right? Let's check another one. This is the one I shared as a. This is the one. This is was the volatility 100. This is the one I shared on Friday as our this was our signal I shared on Friday. I mean, you can see, right? This was the trade I shared on Friday, and this was just a breakout, just broke out and it came as a retest, and then I entered in the market. I just had the target on the next point. The market failed to break the highest point. It just broken from here. You can see it made change of character, and then it started selling. That's how I trade. You can see this is what I was. You can see the same thing. TP1, TP2, the same thing. Just the market broke the structure, it broke the highest point, so it's gonna start pushing to the upside. This is what I'm from explaining. So now let's dive in the chart and now start analyzing. So before we go ahead, I'm gonna first check on our gold trade. We had gold trade right here, so it was still pushing and just entered on the direct breakout. So before we go ahead, I want you to mention before we start over to analyze, because I'm gonna take an empty chart of gold, then we analyze it from zero. XAU USD. This was FXM, so I'm gonna take all under maybe. Yeah. Yep. Or let me just take XAU USD. Just take another one. Forex.com. Alright, just an empty chart of gold, then you analyze it from zero. So before we go ahead, which currency should I analyze? Which currency do you think I can analyze? Apart from gold, I want at least two currencies, at least two general currencies. Which currency pair? I'm gonna, including gold. So I want two more currencies. Which currency pairs do you think, or you want me to analyze? GBP, JPY, alright. Anyone else? GBP, USD, alright. Euro USD, NSD card, NSD card. As a reminder, continue Rwandan francs. Alright. As a reminder, in this session, it is at the end of the session, I'm gonna announce the winner of my free May intake. Like you're just gonna have a free, you're just gonna be admitted in my academy with no payment, just for 3 months. A free 3 months package. Like as I asked for the members in my group to just they had to you just had to repost to post and then tag me on Instagram with this live session, and then from there we just had to choose the winner from the post you made. So as of now, I already have the winner, and as well I can see him in this session. I can see the winner in this session, so make sure you stay so that you can access to know who is the winner. Maybe it can be you. Just one member is gonna access my a free entrance in my academy. Free entrance in my academy. To mean he's gonna access the 3 months for him to complete my course of trading for free. Just one member. So from your trades you took, I mean from your currency suggestion, I'm gonna take gold, gonna analyze gold and maybe most of futures, two of futures Euro USD. So I'm gonna talk about gold, Euro, and maybe Euro USD. Gold, Euro USD, and maybe any other NSD cards. All right, let's go ahead with gold. So from here, to make it simple, is the simplest way I do analyze. Before you start analyzing, make it simple. Trading is simple. The most of people who are losing in the market, they are making things hard. They're just complicating their charts. Every time you will see my chart, we just be a simple chart. Nothing much. Like if I just have to open, let me say for example, let me open for example like this one. I just simple, clear things. If you just make things, you just make your strategy, things this and that, you will lose money. You just lose the focus. As simple the strategy, as more money you make. As the harder you make it, as more confused you get. So just for you to make it simple, just you need to have that strategy, strong, powerful, simple strategy, and develop it. You know that consistency matters, right? You can consistency, just one strategy, use it over and over and over again. That's how you make money. The most thing in trading, you need just to focus on the trading management. You need just to know more about just trading management, risk management. That's the important things you need to consider when it comes to trading. You get my point? So from here, make your strategy. Just run a strategy as simple as it is. Just run it loose. The reason why I make it look easy because I just follow the rules. Just follow the rules. You won't see this and that in my chart, and most of my trades will be winning because of what I just follow. Just take few trades and master them, like just quality setups. Because of I just have a simple strategy. It's not that simple. You need to understand it. Okay, and that's what do teach my students. And that's why my academy, my course doesn't take long for it to start making money. Just 3 months and you already know how to trade, you already how to analyze the market without you taking long to learn trading for this already say like for example, you can see that you have joined this session. Excuse me, there are members who have joined this session and they already know what to do in the market. They already know where is the market heading to. Like I've tried to maybe unmute some people like to say like this is when I joined for the first time, but I think the market is going here because that's how you learn. Focus on important things, not just how like trading is more of practice and using important things over and over and over again. Not unnecessary. You don't need to have this unnecessary information. You just need to be reiterate. You not just need to know important things in trading. Important things in trading, you're good to go. Know my point? Important things in trading, important skills in trading. Repeat it over and over and over again. Just with your risk management, you're good to go. The reason why I make money in trading is because I just make it simple. I make it simple. I make sure I follow the rules and make it simple. Nothing else. To get my point? Nothing else. Just make it simple. Make it simple. Just follow the rules and make it simple. This is my strategy. I just use it. Just need to I just understand market structure and price action. Know your targets. Know your stop loss levels. Let the market run. The market will understand you, will do its things. You can say that the market came here. If, for example, I had $100, to mean maybe I was just risking $100. To mean I entered with $100. I was targeting how much? 100 times 3. This is 1 over 3. That's $300. I was targeting $300. To mean what was happening? If the market came to this level, maybe it was like $270, $270, and then it came back to $5. I didn't cancel the trade. It went back to 300 as my target because I just had to read the market to do its things. I trust my strategy. I don't have to panic. I don't have to do this and that. Just let the market do its things. Okay, my point. So let's dive in the chart. Let's analyze good. You need to, for my strategy, you just need to first of all go on the higher time frame. You just need to go on the higher time frame and get to know what is the market structure present in the market. What are the points of interest present in the market? From there, I will update my EMAs. That's my 200 EMA in general. I will update my 200 EMA. 200 EMA, this is to mean exponential moving average. EMA, exponential moving average. To mean if it's 200 EMA, it have combined two rust or pass from the current price. It have combined 200 like a combination or an average of 200 past candlesticks, and it made an average of it every 200 candlesticks and makes an average of it, and they makes the movement. So if my 200 EMA, which is this red line, is underneath my market, to me the market is trending to the upside. You get my point? To me the market, the overall trend, the market is trending to the upside. That's the overall trend in the market on the higher time frame. To simply mean the first target I do have is the main target I do have is this level. This is my main target because the market is trending to the upside. But because I do have to remember that the market moves ups and down, it have an uptrend and do have a downtrend, and this is a higher time frame. There is a certain period of time whereby the market will be having impulsive move, which is moving a movement which goes in the direction of the trend, and it will also be having corrective move. There will be impulsive move, and as well there will be corrective move. You get my point? So since there will be impulsive move and corrective move, I will have sometimes to take advantage on the corrective move when the uptrend is done and the market is gonna start to push to the downside. So me after confirming a downtrend, to me after confirming a change of character, this is when I will now say, okay, the market is now going to start to push the downside, to mean that impulsive move, which is the movement which is in the direction of the trend, and the movement which is against the trend, which is a corrective move. I will have to take advantage on the corrective move and take a low risk, man, like to mean I risk low on it and then take advantage of it, because the process or my mean the goal in the market is to uh to make money from it. So for you to make money, just make sure you're making it simple. Make it simple. If you consume a lot of knowledge, unnecessary knowledge, it will confuse you. I know a lot of things, I know a lot of strategies, but for me to make money, I just need to focus on one thing and then use it over and over and over again. That's how we manage to make money. So this is my higher time frame. My 200 EMA is telling me that the overall trend is bullish, which is heading to the upside or uptrend. To mean my target, my general target is this one. So from the higher time frame, I already have this target and I already have this level. So you can see I already have this level. This is like my level of support on the higher time frame. This is like my level of support on the higher time frame. This is my level. You can see that the market came for the first time. The market came for the first time, it rejected. The second time, it rejected. The third time, it rejected. Even on the fourth time, the market rejected this level. To me, there is support levels a level or support zone at this level, which is making the market to be rejected, which is not allowing the market to fall to the downside. Support level is a level which doesn't allow the market to keep selling to the downside. So if we know what is the meaning of selling, to mean our base currency is losing value. So to mean this support level is preventing our base currency to lose value. To mean this is a level which is preventing gold to lose value. Our base currency, this is gold, right? This is XAUD USD. This is gold USD. To mean our base currency is gold. So this level is preventing gold from losing value. Because if the market is selling, to mean gold is losing value. If we was needing 3,500 to buy one gold, 3,000, you see, this is a price for US dollar. That's why it's on this level. The market was at this level, to mean we was needing 3,500 to buy $1. Now it have went down. We are now needing $3,300 to buy one gold, to buy gold, right? So to me, it's losing value. You get my point? So at this level of 3,200 something, this is the level where the market have tried to reject the market. You get my point? From a simple understanding, this is a level which is protecting gold to lose value. So to simply mean that anytime the market will break this level, it will fall to the downside. You get my point? So since we already know that we have a 200 EMA which is notifying us that the market is pushing to the upside or the market is still uptrend, we are not gonna consider to go far from it through it. Instead, we are going to we consider buys or we consider waiting for the market to shift back to the uptrend. We have already took advantage on the pullback on this level, but now since we already know that the market is already pushing to the upside, to mean the market can push and then do a correction. So how will we know that the correction is done now? Someone asked me to say, how do we use Fibonacci tool? How do we use Fibonacci tool to know that the correction have ended, the market is gonna start to push to the upside? In Fibonacci tool, this is the tool. We find it right here, Fib retracement, Fibonacci retracement. What we now consider to know that the market is now pushing today, like that the retracement is over, or we are in the level where the market can still keep pushing to the downside, or the market is now, it's time for the market to now come and bounce here and keep buying, going back to the upside. So we have right now an option of that. There is a possibility, since the market have confirmed that this level is preventing the market to keep going to the downside. So this is our support level. To me, there's a possibility that the market is gonna push back to the upside. You get my point? Push back to the upside. You get it? So since we already know that the market is we are expecting a pushback to the downside. If the market breaks below this level, if the market breaks below this level, there is a possibility to fall to the downside. But we are not considering this because it's a counter trend. It's against the trend. It's against the trend. So we are gonna wait for the market to use advantage. We are using the advantage of this level. Because the first time we entered in the trade we took on gold, this was when the market have this is when the market have broken and retested the level. It have broken which level? It have broken this level. I guess it was this level. This is when the market broke this level and came to retest and push to the downside. This was over. Like the market have been just it have kept on it have kept on moving to this level because there is a support level which is not allowing the market to push to the downside. So to mean, since we are already in this trade, like to mean we are expecting either to cancel once the market will break a level I'm gonna show you right now. So since we're already analyzing, we're still in higher time frame, which is 4 time frame for us to mark out the level of interest. We have already marked out uh someone raised their hands, all right. we have already marked out our target, and we have already marked out our point of interest, which is this level, which is rejecting the market. So now we want to know where is the market heading to. So we're gonna come in the lower time frame and try now, which is 1 hour time frame. We're gonna decrease a bit and come to the lower time frame for us to see what are the levels present in the market. For example, if you check properly, then I will need to invalidate or to remove my 200 EMA so that I can see my chart properly. So from here, this is a level of support on gold. So from here, I have general market structures. I have this point and I have this point right here. You can see, right? And I already have this point as well. You can see, right? So from here, I will try to find a resistance level. You can see if I can find a resistance level. So if I connect these 3 points, consider the market came to retest these points several times. Watch out, watch out. It came for the first time. It came for the first time. It came for the second time. And then the third time, it rejected way back to the downside. To simply mean that we have a level of resistance right here. We have a level of resistance right here. You can see, right? So now the market, since the market have already, it have been hard for the market to just break this level. It have just came, it came back, it came back, it came. So there is a possibility for the market to now, it's like the market is just in this zone. The market is in this zone. To mean we're expecting a breakout from this zone, this one. So any breakout from this zone will be a trade opportunity for us on gold. Breakout from this zone will be a trade opportunity of us on this trade. To mean for you to remember where for my strategy, or even if I can just analyze gold alone, you can know how to analyze other pairs. I went to the higher time frame, which is 4 time frame, for me to know the points of interest, where the market, like the points where the market is heading to, where the market is targeting from the market structure, and the points of interest, like where the market have been rejecting most of the time, or where the market have created either a resistance level or a support level. So I can see that the market have already created a resistance level and a support level. I have a horizontal support level and a diagonal resistance level right here. So to me, the market is consolidating in this zone. The market is consolidating in this one. Let me make sure Serena, is it Serena? Yeah, is in this session. Let me hope she is in this session. I guess so. Yep. Salam, I mean Salam. Yeah, all right, I can see you. Yeah, this is you watch out about this. I know you asked me about that. So now you can see that gold is already like moving, is already consolidating through this level. Because of what? There is a support level right here. There is a level which is preventing gold from losing value, from keeping going to the downside, and there is a level of resistance. To mean we have a resistance and a support level. So a trade opportunity from taking from here, since the market is heading to the upside, which is the general trend of the market, for us to consider entering in the market, we will have to wait for the market to come out of this level, break out and retest this level, because we are waiting for the breakout of this zone. Get my point? We're waiting for the breakout from the market structure we rent. We're waiting for the breakout of the change, that change of character. It have been pushing to the downside, a lower downside. So now we're waiting for that change of character, which is this breakout. You get my point? And the retest from this level, and then God is gonna push back to the upside. You can see, right? So what we have right here is to say we have to wait for the market to break this level. The market is gonna break this level, come back to retest this zone, and then push the downside upside. Get my point? Are you getting the point? To mean from our targets, we have you have the market to break this level, we have the market to break this level, we have the market to break this level. These are the general swing points, right? And the market to break this level. I won't say TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, right? No, I just have to say that this is this just it can be covered with one candle. So to mean, I'll just say this level, this is just TP1, just from here, TP1, then TP take profit 2 or T2 or T1 targets. Before you enter in the market, you need to first of all confirm that is your market, is your trade having a target. For you to understand this properly, let me just show you how I just took a trade on GBP, on GBP USD. I just had to confirm this is what we have to expect to happen. The same thing, which this is how I did analyze on GBP USD. You can understand it, right? See from here, there was a support level. This is the same thing we are expecting on God. Perfect. This is the same thing we are expecting on God. You can see there was a level which was the market came here for the first time, it rejected. The second time it rejected. So we was expecting the market to push the upside because on the higher time frame the market was pushing to the upside, which is breaking to break this level. So now the market broken and retested, and then my target was targeting these points. This was the first target, which was the target for the first target to mean this was the next swing point. The next swing point. So since it have already broken this level to mean it's gonna keep breaking the highest points. So the next point was this one, next point was this one, next point was this one. You get my point? So now this is how we are expecting God. This is what we are expecting on God. This is the same thing we are expecting on God. We are expecting God to do what? So wait, let me, this was XAUD, XAU, USD, USD, forex.com. Yeah. This is the same thing we are expecting on God. This is the same thing we are expecting on God. Can you see, right? We're expecting God to break this level and come back for a retest. No retest, no entry. That's the point. The market didn't retest to mean the market haven't yet confirmed change of character or change of it's gonna push to the upside. No, just have to wait for the market to break this level and retest and then push the upside. So this is the uh this is the this is the like the signal or the analysis on God right here. We just had to use 2 time frames, 4 hour time frame and 1 hour time frame. This is enough because the markets have been consolidating in this level. So from this level, we can see that the market is just have to target. We just have to wait for the market to break and retest and then push the upside. You get me? Break and retest and push the upside from the market structure, from the higher time frame. You heard me? From the higher time frame. Selam, are you getting the point right now? Is it clear? Like, are you getting it? All right, perfect. From the higher time frame, from the higher time frame, from the higher time frame, the market is heading to the upside. The market is heading to the upside. So this consolidation means the market came to this level. It was prevented to go up. It was prevented to go up. At the same thing, it was prevented to mean this is a resistance level. It was prevented to mean to simply mean the market should break out of this level and for it to push to the upside. Get my point? For it to push to the upside, the market has to break out of this level and then go to the upside. To mean this is like a comfort zone for gold. So it has to break out of it and then push to the upside. Then push to the upside from the market structure. Get my point? So this is our signal on This is our signal on God. Let me just share it in the. This is our signal. This is our signal on God right here. This is our signal on God. So now, we are now gonna analyze. Is it clear? Everyone, is it clear? For those who analysts of God, for those who trades God, are we on the same page? Do we agree on this one? For those who trades God, do we agree on this one? All right, all right, totally clear. All right. For those who already trades God, for those who already traders, do we agree on this one? 100% sure. Okay, all right, all right. Anyone else who has something to say or something to ask about it? Before we change on another say another currency, before we analyze another one, as a reminder, if I analyze the next one and I find uh if I analyze the next one and I find a a setup, I will take a live trade. If I analyze and we will take a live trade together. Remember, I will have analyze and take a live trade. But from here, we have to wait God for it to do such kind of thing, and then we take the trade. If I analyze the next one and the setup is already ready to take, I will take the trade live. I will take the trade live. Then, so from here, I hope it's clear right here. I hope it's clear. So now let's analyze. In short, we have already talked about GBP USD. So we have already talked about GBP USD. This is the same thing which happened. There is no setup, I guess, available right now. Let me see. On GBP USD, let me see. All right, let's check GBP USD, GBP USD, forex.com. Let's see GBP USD. The same thing, I just go on the higher time frame for me to see what is the market structure present in the higher time frame. This is my higher time frame, which is 4 hour time frame. That's what I use on the higher time frame. Someone asked me to say, which better time frame for either a swing trader or a scalper? For the better time frame on a swing trader, you need to play with for daily time frame. Either it depend on which swing trade you want to take, weeks trading, or you need to keep your trades for weeks or for months. If you want to keep it for a month or for something, you just need to consider a monthly time frame, weekly time frame, daily time frame, and your entries in 4 hour time frame. If you want to take a swing trade in the higher time frame of maybe days, you need to consider daily time frame. I mean weekly time frame, daily time frame, and 4 hour time frame. At least 4 hour time frame as your entries and 1 hour time frame. You want to take trade for 2 days, for 3 days, one day, you need to consider 4 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, daily time frame, 4 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, and at least 30 minutes time frame for entry, something like that. For scalpers or for day traders, which am I? I'm a day trader. You need to consider using 4 hour time frame as your analyzing or as your analysis time frame. That's your 4 hour time frame, and then your 1 hour time frame for to mark out or to find opportunities, and your 30 minutes or 15 minutes and 5 minutes for your entries. 15 minutes and 5 minutes for your entries. Need to consider 15 minutes, 15 minutes and 15 minutes and 5 minutes for your entries. Yeah, 15 minutes, 5 minutes for your entries. Then 1 hour time frame to find out your setups. 1 hour and 30 minutes for your setups. 4 hour time frame for your to mark out the targets. Yeah, you need just to mark out the targets and just from there. So what is here is to say we have for scalpers now. For scalpers, for those who are already scalpers, we do have to consider a 1 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, and 15 minutes time frame, and at least 5 minutes and 5 minutes, and then for your entries, 1 minute and 3 minutes time frame, something like this. 1 minute, 3 minutes time frame for your entries, and then for your for your analysis, you need just to analyze your charts through 15 minutes and 5 minutes. 15 minutes and 5 minutes. So your higher time frame should be at least maximum 1 hour time frame, 30 minutes time frame. That should be your highest time frame. And then for your analysis, do your analysis in 15 minutes and 5 minutes. Your entries should be in lower time frame like 1 minute and 3 minutes. You get my point? So on GBP USD, since I already have that's my 4 hour. So I want to mark out my levels, which is on 4 hour time frame. That's my level. That's highest. That's an uptrend. This is an uptrend. Just need to update my 200 EMA for me to know what is the trend. If I put my 200 EMA, you can see that the trend is uptrend. The market is pushing to the upside. This is an uptrend, right? You can see this is just an uptrend. So from there, since I already know this is an uptrend, so from there, the market is pushing to the upside. So now this is a level where the market is heading to. So to mean on my higher time frame, I already know where the market is targeting to. You get my point? So we have to shift to the lower time frame. If you check properly, I don't have a level of support yet. I guess I don't have a level of support yet. So now let me see my 1 hour time frame. Let me check my 1 hour. I will just have to come in 1 hour time frame for me to see what are the levels I have. Like what are the resistance levels or support levels do I have in the lower time frame, like in the 1 hour time frame. If I check properly, let me see. I will find the market have already broke out here, but yet no. Let me see now. We have to find a diagonal resistance level. There is one thing you need to remember when it comes to drawing a trend line. Drawing a trend line, this is to simply mean that you are finding a resistance level, because in trend lines we do have resistance levels and support levels. To mean if you have drawn your trend line and your trend line was right here, for example, and if the market just invalidates your trend line like this, you just need to shift the trend line. You need to shift the trend line to this level. If still the market comes and invalidate your trend line like this, to mean it's not respecting it, you do what? You just need to shift it. You just shift it like this. And make sure your trend line should not be somewhere below 30 degrees or higher than 75 degrees at least. To mean 30 degrees is somewhere here, right? Somewhere here, let me say like this. Because your trend line should not be 0 degrees. That will be a ranging market. Your trend line should be somewhere between 30 degrees and somewhere 75 degrees. There is no way you withdraw a trend line which is 90 degrees. There is no way you will find a market which will move in 90 degrees like this. No. But at least the market will move in at least from 75 degrees to 30 degrees, not in a ranging market. Somewhere like this, at least the market can move like this, but not like this, right? Not in a ranging, at least like this, or in 75 degrees. In 70, at least maximum 75 degrees. You get my point? not 90 degrees, not 90 degrees somewhere here. Right? Perfect. So that's one of the rules of a trend line. If you want to know more about how to draw a trend line, because for you to run this strategy, this is a simple strategy which makes money for me, which is simple. You just need to know its rules and practice it. Nothing else. If you want to learn more about it, it will take you less than 3 months for you to learn how to trade, for you to be a profitable trader in my academy. As well, one member will be one lucky member will be we access that today to learn my strategy, to learn how everything in my strategy to become profitable through it from my academy, just from there. Today, from the opportunity I gave today. As a reminder, the opportunity today is there is a in my academy there is a promotion for I have made it first 25. I've made it first 25 members join my academy. They will be have to access to pay just once in 3 months on a promotion. Once in 3 months on a promotion of minus 10% on the normal price, and they will have to pay 30, just 10% off of the price of to join my academy. And they will just pay once in 3 months. That's the promotion which is there for the first 25 members to join my May intake. Yep. So if you want to know more, ask me or text me after the session, or if you want to study more, ask me more after the session. So I've already told you about 75 degrees and 30 degrees from here. So now will be somewhere I will say this is 35 degrees. For those who know mathematics, this is like 35 maybe degrees. So this is fine. This trend line is fine. I draw the trend line first from here, connecting this one and this one. The market invalidated it. I shifted it to this level. So now the market also tried to invalidate. No, the market didn't invalidate it. So invalidate. So I have to now shift it to this level right here for the market structure to be perfect from here. So you can see that now the market is at our point of interest right here. The market is at our point of interest. So for me to enter in this market, I will have to wait for what? I will have to wait for now the confirmation that the market is going to keep pushing to the upside. So to me, I will find a level which have to be broken. A level which have to be broken, that's my resistance level. So if the market will be trying, if I buy, I want to make sure that nothing will protect or will block the market from pushing to the upside. So what will happen is to say, I will have to find which levels are in between here which can prevent the market to push to the upside. So to me, that's the level of resistance because the resistance is above, support is below. So I will find out a resistance level which is among here. To mean I will have this level. Resistance level, this to mean a point or a level which have been rejected by the market a lot of times. Just draw it right here. You can see the market came here, it rejected, came here, it rejected, came here, it rejected. To me, this level is preventing the market from pushing to the upside. So I don't want to buy the market and then the market reaches here and come back down. No, I want to make sure that the market is now gonna keep pushing to the upside. So for me to make sure about that, the market have to come, break this level and retest it and then push to this level. Okay, my boy. So what I'm waiting from here, I'm waiting for this level to be broken and come back to retest it. I will enter from here and then push to the upside. So my target will be somewhere here. Yeah. My target will be somewhere here. Same thing that the market can come here and they test from here and push to this level. Get me? Can see right. So this is our second. This is our second. Uh, this is our second signal in the live session. GBP USD. In case the market breaks below it, we're good to go. We are not supposed to take any sales from this market. We're just waiting for the market to break the highest point, and then we can consider to enter the market. So this is our live signal GBP USD signal. All right, this is our live signal too. So now what is there is to say we have to wait for the market to break and retest this level. This is our signal on the GBP USD. So signal on GBP USD. So what we have right here is let me see. Now we have to consider in the charts. Let me see. For those who already trade, for those who trade GBP USD, let me know if you agree with this one. Like, let me know if we're on the same page. Let me know if we're on the same page. If any question, let me know if any question as well. Let me know if there is any question right here. Let me know. Any question? This is the analysis on GBP USD. I guess it's clear right here. So now from here we have to let me say for this let me just to analyze NSD cards, Euro USD, and GBP. Yep. I just analyze these two, and because of time, due to time, the time I've already run out, and you have to remember for that the our live session. I do take live session every once a week, like every once a week, like once a week, and this video will be recorded. This is a recorded session. After the session, you can be able to access it. I will just post it. We access it on my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe as well on my YouTube channel so you'll be able to access it. So it will be easy for you. So now, for the left questions, maybe let me say, do you mean this area selected with black is the right place to sell the market? No, I didn't mean that. That was just the level of support. If the market breaks that level to mean it will be going against the trend. So we want to be taking that trade. So now someone asked me to say, let me check on the questions. If possible, analysis on God. Yeah, we did that. Tell us about surprise one. All right. Let me know the right. And keep this for those who are not answered because once while I was explaining, I made sure I was talking about anything I would talk about. I made sure I was talking about the answer. I was answering the questions based on the questions. That's why most of the time when I'm starting the session, I make sure I ask if you have something you don't understand in trading. I make sure in my explanation, I combine the answers in my explanations. You get my point? So if your question is not answered, keep it for the next session. That will be next. The next session I will announce it. That will be next week. So make sure you ask it in the next session. And we made sure we analyzed two important, like two currency pairs in the session. I hope this session as well it created impact in your trading, and I hope it created a great understanding in trading. And nizere ko like abasanzwe batradinga cyangwa se abari gutangira nizere ko hari n'uburyo twigamo like for those who have been asking me how does my online classes be or how does my trading classes like how does it how do you how do you teach online? How does online classes looks like? This is like a general idea on the my online classes. For those who doesn't understand what is how does online classes be or what you can see that you can access my screen, you can see my screen properly, you can hear my voice properly. This is how my online classes be. This is how my online classes looks like. It's clear, it's understandable, and I though if you didn't get most of the things, is because this is a free session. Like we were just trying to get to understand in general, just understanding in general understanding. So if you want to learn more about trading, if you want to get to understand deeply about trading, this is when now you join my academy. This is when you just join my academy and start learning from there. And as well, from as a reminder, I need to as well announce the winner of the today's challenge. Today's challenge to mean for those who have posted the and what I have considered for me to pick the winner. To pick the winner to mean for those who have posted, and someone said, what about a lucky person to join the premium class? The lucky person will access everything. This lucky person I'm gonna mention right now is gonna access everything. Signals, my trading signals, my my live classes, my daily online classes. He will access everything for 3 months. That's the winner of today in my academy for 3 months, because my in my academy there includes signals. I hope it's if you have posted that picture, like the picture, if you have, I just made it easy. Just post the picture and tag me on Instagram. I'll just consider how you tagged me, what the information, something like that, and then I'll just pick a winner from there. So if you know you have tagged me on Instagram, let me check. What about risk management? Yeah, yeah, that's the last thing I'm gonna talk about, the risk management. So now let me see. If you know you have tagged me, if you know you have tagged me, this is the time for me to mention. Let me see for those who have posted, considering the winner of the session is this one with there is I just had to consider, like someone just made a post and they remembered to add, like, okay, they tagged me on Instagram, something like that, and then someone just made a difference and they remembered to add my Telegram channel link. If you're in this session, you have knew who is the person. Someone just posted me on Instagram and then with that picture and shared in my group, and they remembered to add my Telegram link. I didn't tell to add the Telegram, just something which we just have to. Aisha Che Shalom. All right, perfect. Thus, you are the winner, Aisha K. Shalom. Me, Shalom. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you are the winner. You are going to have access to my free signals, to my free trading signals. You're going to access my online classes. You are going to access uh my books, either like the books I do give in my academy, like uh the the everything in my garden. You're going to access that for 3 months. Let me remind you, for 3 months. And if you want to also be part of also what is he won for you to also be able to access the my free signals, my trading signals, my online classes, as you can see that this session was just helpful for you to access such session for 3 months. This is when you need to join my academy. You will text me either on Instagram or either on WhatsApp or either on my Telegram. Then I will share you the details of what is needed. Then you can join my academy and start training from there. So if this session created, if this session created a great impact and a great understanding, let me know. Let me see your applause on that, and make sure make sure you don't miss the next class. Make sure you don't miss the next session. 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 Make sure you don't miss the next And the winner will text me on either, I will even text you on Instagram with the details of what you want for. We're gonna start training either today, either anytime. You will access the videos, the recorded class day, because in my academy there is recorded class. All recorded class, all the classes we have covered, they are all recorded. You can, even if you don't access my online classes, you will be able to do have to you will be able to learn from there. You get my point? So you'll be able to access my live tradings. That's Aisha K. Shalom. You'll be able to access my live tradings. You'll be able to access my free signals, everything in my academy for 3 months, for 3 months. So that's a better opportunity for you. You're going to learn a lot from there. You just make sure you use your opportunity. You make sure you use that opportunity for you to advance in trading. These 3 months should be a great time for you to change your life. You're going to access everything for free for 3 months. Just from posting that picture, just from simple interactions. I do give different promotions. Just make sure once a promotion is available, just make sure you act on it. You get my point? So that's it for today's session. The winner is Aisha Kia Shalom. So you will text me and grab your, yeah, that's it for today's session. And regarding the risk management, because of time, the next session will be more of risk management. More of risk management. How can you grow an account of smaller as $10, $200, to $200, to $300? Because we need to make as Rwandans, because things are changing, like economic matters, stuffs are changing, right? At least Rwandans should be one of the greatest, like one of the country with profitable traders. At least at the end of, at not even to say end of this year, at least Rwanda should be one of the greatest. We have considered Uganda have traders. Let me say East Africa, because in this session I do know that uh we have Rwandans, we have Ethiopians, we have everywhere. At least we should be make sure just make your country proud. But like I just said Rwanda because I'm from Rwanda. Say Uganda because you're from Uganda. Say Tanzania because you're from Tanzania. Say Congo. Anyway, I just want to make sure, just make your country proud. Just make sure you just have to improve your skills. Then once you get to that level whereby your skills is on that level, give it to others. Develop. Just make sure you're helping out to someone. Just make sure someone just change their life because of you. Like for example, in my academy, people are making money due to this and that. Teaching my skills, making things simple. The ones who are practicing, they're the ones who are doing what? Who are gaining or improving their skills or changing their lives, things like that. Anyway, how much does it cost to attend your academy, including promotion of the costs? So, in summary, right now, let me talk about the promotion. The promotion right now, which is there, you just have to pay only 90,000 Rwandan francs in only 90,000, right? For these 25 members, only for these 25 members, these first 25 members who will join my, I'm counting, it was 20, but now it's 25 members. You get my point? So to mean for these 25 first members, they will have to pay only 90,000 Rwandan francs, 90,000 Rwandan francs in 3 months. Only available to these first 25 members. 90,000 Rwandan francs, that's like somewhere like, that's a promotion. That's somewhere like, let me say, should I say $65? $65, something like that. Somewhere there. So it's not costly. You get my point? So it's not that heavy. That's the promotion which is on right there. 90,000 in a gap of 3 months. So grab the opportunity before because I will just post it in the group that the 25 are over. So make sure you grab your opportunity before the 25 members get done. So let me know if there is any other question. Then we end the session from here. Is there any other question? Any other question? Any other question or anyone who have something to say right here? Thank you so much, Sujira. This means a lot. All right. You're welcome. Can you take a live trade? Perfect. Sure. That's what I do mostly. Like if I would have analyzed the market and the trade takes like the setup gets available in the session, I would have took the live trade. Because this session was for live trading. There's something I do in my academy. We do analyze the charts from here. We do trades from there. That's how you get to earn. Yeah. So if there is no other question, let's call it a night. And everything is clear and awesome. Thanks in advance for your time. Yeah, you are welcome. That's how my online classes can be. Can access to ask questions. You can access anything. You can see my voice was clear, my screen was clear, everything. That's how my live tradings can be. My live sessions can be in my academy. Same thing in physical classes. That's how it's gonna be. So right now they're available. The spaces available there for online classes, and it's the better way for someone to learn where you can be just you and yourself in the class. So you won't be having interruptions and what. You and yourself with your laptop or in your phone, if your book, practice from there. That's the power of online classes. So let's end the session from here and see you in the next